La Crosse Local is proud to be a sponsor of the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival, brought to you by Ultra Federal Credit Union. We invite you to celebrate music, cuisine, artists, makers, brewers, and distillers in the new La Crosse Center Riverside Ballroom. Musical entertainment includes Dan Sobronic, Reed Grimm, Tug, The Remainders, Greg Hall and the Wrecking Ball, and the Trippin' Billies, the nation's most renowned Dave Matthews tribute band. La Crosse Winter Roots Festival is presented by the La Crosse Center, La Crosse Local, and with special thanks to The Remainders.
I'm going home. Hey, I'm going home.
Find out more information and how to get tickets at lacrosselocal.com. In this episode, we are chatting about beer, specifically the Winter Roots Gazi Black Lager, crafted for the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival. We talk about flavor profiles with Graham Kaczmarek, head brewer, and Kristen Staley, brand ambassador for the La Crosse Distilling Company. We delve into the mystical creature Gazi, which this beer is named after, along with finding out about the Winter Roots Preparty and VIP experience presented by the La Crosse Distilling Company. You can find more conversations, food reviews, live music, and events on our website, lacrosselocal.com. I'm Amy.
And I'm Brent.
And this is La Crosse Local.
So we're here to talk about the Winter Roots Gazi Black Lager. Am I pronouncing that right?
Gazi
Black Lager.
Gazi.
So specifically made for the La Crosse Winter Roots Festival. So what's going on with this beer? What's the flavor profile like? What were you expecting for this?
Sure, I could speak to that. Well, being that this festival is pretty much smack dab in the middle of winter, we kind of wanted to do something seasonal, but we didn't want a stout. We didn't want a porter. Kind of everyone does that. And, it's kind of played out a little bit. So we wanted to focus and keep drinkability at the forefront. Dug into my bag of tricks a little bit, dusted off an old recipe for a Zwart beer, which is basically like a European dark lager. We use specialty European malts, old world European noble hops, and lager yeast. And then we ferment that lager yeast at ale temperature. So it creates some kind of interesting esters and what have you. And kind of the result is like this bright taste, dark chocolate finish. It's like a feel of a lager with the body of an ale. Currently conditioning now. We'll probably honestly let that condition till a week before the fest. Just let it develop as much as we can before we even consider transferring it over. I actually just tasted it and I'm loving where it's at. I mean, it's not your typical beer style, but it was extremely popular about 600 years ago. So maybe it's time to bring it back.
And for those of you who don't know Graham Kaczmarek, our brewer, he's got a lot of bag of tricks in up his sleeve. So we're looking forward to seeing what this one turns out to be.
We like to have some fun over here for sure.
What's with the name? What's the background on that?
We kind of were looking, between Graham and I and Chad Staley, we're kind of going back and forth trying to find something that really fit with what we were doing with the whole Winter Roots Fest. We're pretty stoked to be involved in this. Felt pretty honored to be able to produce the beer for it too. So we kind of really did a lot of checking around, trying to find something that really worked for what we wanted to do too, and kind of stumbled upon this mythical French Swiss character, the Gazi. He's a super awesome character and one of the cool things about it with being the Winter Roots Fest is that this is going to be happening in the middle of winter. This guy emerges from hibernation in the wintertime. So opposite of what most creatures are doing, they're coming out when it's warm out. This guy likes to come out when it's cold, when it's winter. He's got these super large feet that he skis down the mountains with. And then he cruises around all the mountain ranges and stuff. And then when summertime, when the snow starts melting, he goes back into hibernation, kind of like, what the Roots Fest can do, the Winter Roots Fest. We're going to showcase it in the middle of winter and then put it away, tuck it away for a little bit. And then we'll come back and we'll find Gazi again back next winter.
Nice. I'm pumped for it. I'm excited for the whole event, but also the nice beer. Also, you guys are doing the night before Winter Roots on that Friday. You're going to release the beer. We're excited about it. So what can people expect for that?
Kind of one neat thing too is always leading up to these fests is doing a pre-party, getting people excited for the next day. This is a pretty exciting thing. For one, basically showcasing the new lacrosse center, which is, I think, a beautiful, awesome facility. They have done such an awesome job with that facility, especially showcasing what lacrosse is built upon, which is the river, the Mississippi River, and these beautiful glass windows that are kind of, overlooking the river. So to do a pre-party, I think around here we kind of call those scrimmages. You get together, you scrimmage for the big game the next day. So what we want to do is do a kind of a sneak peek open house in our production facility down here at the distillery. So we'll open up that area for a couple hours. People can get a sneak peek at the Gazi Black Lager, have some cocktails, kind of show people what we're doing around here and how we can collaborate with events like that at the center to all work together to build something big like the Winter Roots Fest.
Speaking of collaboration, you guys are going to be kind of doing the curated VIP experience. For those looking to get VIP tickets for the Winter Roots Fest, what can people expect for that too?
Well, it's pretty awesome. For one, kind of going back to what I was just saying on your last question with showcasing the Lacrosse Center, this is going to be one of the first big events that people get to see this new facility. So these people get to come in early. One of the awesome things about it is they get a custom logoed glass with the Winter Roots Fest that they're either going to get to do a Bloody Mary, which we'll have available for them, or they can get the Gazi Black Lager. For those that don't want the alcohol side of things, they can get an NA beverage too. They get that glass, they get to see the facility before a bunch of people come in for the fest. We're going to be talking about the Bloody Mary essence of things, on how to build Bloody Marys too, if people have those questions. Show them different things, too, why acidity works for Bloody Marys, what it does for it. And if people have questions, we can talk about that. And they're gonna have some of the new conference rooms available for people to check out that overlook the old arena as well.
Yeah, so people can pick up tickets at lacrosselocal.com, or they can head over to the Lacrosse Center website through Ticketmaster and pick up tickets. So for you guys, where should people go to find out more about Lacrosse Distilling Company?
Definitely do our website, lacrossedistilling.co. So CO, a lot of people get that wrong because they put in com, and we are .co. So feel free to check out all the stuff we have going on lacrossedistilling.co. We have all of our social media sites going as far as Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff too. You'll see about all of our new releases, our in-house series stuff we got going. And also super exciting, we added on to our beer program over here. We got some new fermenters and tanks in here. So we're gonna be producing a lot more beer from Graham Kazmarek over here. So we'll have a lot new styles coming out for people here in the future. And it's all on tap in the room. Yeah, we're just really excited about the Winter Roots Fest. Make sure that people go to lacrosselocal.com/Roots Fest to check that out. And get your tickets on Ticketmaster.com.
Yeah, buddy.
Lacrosse Local Podcast is a production of River Travel Media. Do you have an interview idea you'd like to share with us? Message us on Facebook at Lacrosse Local. Find out more about us at lacrosselocal.com. And you can subscribe to the Lacrosse Local Podcast on your favorite podcast app. If you like us, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate it.